magic mirror. Who's the fairest of them all?
Why, Shrek, of course.
So, Shrek 5 is happening, and honestly, it's not looking great. I never thought I'd be saying this, but DreamWorks might have messed up Shrek, and that's not something you want to do. Shrek is one of the most beloved animated franchises of all time, and it's still incredibly popular today, not just because of nostalgia, but because it was actually good. It had a unique style, a balance of mature and silly humor, and a fairy tale world that felt both familiar and fresh. Now, I get it, animation has evolved, but changing the animation style is not the same thing as changing the look of a movie. Look at Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. That movie experimented with animation, but it still looked like Shrek. They used a different rendering style with that storybook look, but they didn't redesign everything. It still felt connected to the world of Shrek. But Shrek 5, they changed both the animation and the character designs, and now it just looks weird. Shrek doesn't look like himself. His face is too smooth, too exaggerated, almost like an AI-generated version of Shrek. The original movies had this balance of realism and cartoonish expression, but this looks like a DreamWorks parody of their own character. Now, we've seen studios experiment with different styles before, like the Spider-Verse, and that's great when done right, but this is not it. This feels like a studio unsure of what to do with Shrek in 2025, so they're just throwing everything at the wall. And let's talk about the jokes. I get that Shrek has always been full of pop culture references, but the teaser makes it way too obvious that they're trying to be modern. TikTok jokes, internet meme humor, that's all cringe. Shrek was already funny. The original movies had clever writing, subtle adult jokes hidden under kid-friendly dialogue, and humor that aged well. But now, it feels like DreamWorks is trying too hard to appeal to Gen Z and Alpha by stuffing in TikTok-style comedy and meme references that are going to be dated before the movie even comes out. You want to cater to a new generation? Fine, but you do it by writing great jokes, not by copy-pasting whatever was trending last week. The last Puss in Boots movie pulled this off perfectly. It had modern humor, but it didn't sacrifice wit or heart for it. Shrek 5 looks like it's going the cheap route. You know what really doesn't make sense? DreamWorks shut down the Shrek ride at Universal Studios. They had Shrek 4D in the park for 20 years, and then they got rid of it, only to turn around and say, oh yeah, we're making another Shrek movie. So which is it? Does DreamWorks care about Shrek or not? It feels like they're just testing the waters, which could be a good thing, but it seems like they're not even sure they want to commit to bringing Shrek back, and honestly, that worries me, because if they don't believe in this franchise, then why should we? This is exactly why we need to give Shrek 5 the Sonic the Hedgehog treatment. Remember when Paramount released that cursed Sonic design and everyone bullied them into fixing it? Well, it worked. They changed it and the movie became a success with 2 more sequels. We need to do the same thing with Shrek 5. If enough possible pushback on this, DreamWorks will listen, because if they don't, this movie is going to fail. Shrek's audience is still here, we grew up with it, and we still quote it, we love it, and DreamWorks knows this. So stop trying to force Shrek into some weird TikTok-era reboot. Stop messing with the character designs. Stop writing jokes that are going to feel ancient in 5 months. Just make a good Shrek movie. So yeah, I'm not excited for a Shrek 5 right now, but maybe, just maybe, DreamWorks will listen. If you agree, drop a comment below, hit like, and let DreamWorks know that we want classic Shrek, not this weird AI-generated version of him. And if you somehow do like the new look, well, I'd love to hear why. Thanks for watching, and remember, somebody once told me that DreamWorks could still fix this issue.